What's up, everybody? Jaythestingray back here again. I wanted to do a quick video on Godzilla. The Comic Con just wrapped up, and there was a lot of Godzilla talk. Released a lot of teaser trailers, or 3 or 4 teaser trailers, and also a lot of leaked footage came out. They had it's called the Godzilla Experience, or whatever you want to call it, little almost like a little ride or something that they had there that basically took people into this little laboratory type deal and basically simulated a Godzilla attack, whatever. They did that, and then there's also been a leaked uh, song from the soundtrack, which and I'm pretty pleased with everything I've seen. They've also shown the design. I don't know if that was leaked as well, but it's looking pretty good. I want to start with the fact that it's directed by Gareth Edwards, and this guy hasn't done a whole lot, but he did the movie Monsters in 2010, and giant monster movies aren't big anymore. Obviously, Cloverfield is probably the closest thing we had to something like that, here in America, and this dude, what this guy did with Monsters, man, really gave me a lot of hope. Because I'm a fairly big Godzilla fan, but I've got a friend of mine who's a huge Godzilla fan, and he loves the movie Monsters, and he's all gung ho about this new movie. I think it'll definitely turn out better than 1998. But anyway, directed by Gareth Edwards, and Monsters. The unique thing about Monsters is he did virtually everything on that movie, including some of the camera work, and he did it all very low budget. Even did the CGI stuff himself, which and it wasn't a whole lot in that movie, but really, really well done movie. It, accomplished the giant monster movie theme pretty well. I thought I enjoyed the movie, but this movie obviously going to be a big budget movie. Man, it's been like 15 years since that was it 98. Whenever that horrible atrocity came out, the Godzilla, whatever, maybe it was just called Godzilla, the American remake, whatever the hell you want to call it, and finally gotten the balls. I don't know who got this project started, but we finally gotten to a point where we can try to do something again with that. I mean, even I think the Japanese were kind of afraid to touch Godzilla for a little while after that thing came out in 1998, which is just absolutely awful in every which direction. I mean, maybe you can watch it now and get a little bit of comedic value out of it, but horrible. Everything about it. Horrible monster design, horrible script, horrible acting, horrible everything. Everything about that movie. But there was a lot of hype around that movie when it came out. A lot of I remember there being a lot of merchandising out before the movie. One of the fast food restaurants had a lot of things, associated with their restaurant. There was a lot of, back when people still listened to music, there was a lot of the soundtracks and stuff came out. I think maybe like Puff Daddy did something. I don't remember, but I know somebody remixed the Jimmy Page riff, and that was in there. But anyway, uh, fuck that movie. But now we're back onto this deal, and the creature design I think looks pretty cool. I'm not 100% on board with it, but I like the way the face looks a lot, and that's another thing about the '98 movie that was just awful. But I'm not totally pissed off with the way this monster looks. But it seems interesting. I'd love to see what they do with it. But another really cool thing about this movie is Bryan Cranston is in it. Also, Elizabeth Olsen is in it, and those are two. Bryan Cranston's huge right now, and I'm a big fan of a lot of the stuff he's done. But Elizabeth Olsen is really an up and coming actress right now. The younger Olsen sister, and I've liked. She's done 2 or 3 horror type movies, right on the verge of being horror movies. And I really enjoyed the stuff she's done. I think she's a really good actress, and yeah, man, I'm really on board with this movie. I think it's gonna be really interesting. The soundtrack that was leaked sounds great. It's just everything I've heard, everything I've seen so far, it seems really cool. Set for 2014 release, so this one should be pretty interesting, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it as well. Like I said, I'm a monster movie fan in general. Big monster movies. That was really one of the first things I got into. I remember, the summers. I was probably 7, 8, 9 years old, whatever. The summertime, they would run this crap on a cable station here in the U.S., TBS. They would run, all the old Japanese stuff, all the Mothras, Ghidorahs, all those guys. And we were fucking glued to the screens for that stuff. I loved it. And sadly, when I think of Godzilla, the image I get is the son of Godzilla, just because that was one that really stuck with me when I was a kid. But uh, yeah, man, I'm on board, and I'd like to see maybe we can turn around and maybe make a halfway decent American Godzilla movie. The Japanese wouldn't hate us quite as much. But anyway, yeah, sounds good. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think. What do you think about the design? What do you think about the footage, the trailers, the teaser posters, whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.